File 101, the Jeffrey Epstein case. The Jeffrey Epstein case has gone down in history as one of the most widely discussed and complex legal proceedings of modern times. This case is not limited to allegations against a single individual. It also raises serious questions about power, money, influence, and the functioning of the justice system. This video was not created to accuse any individual or institution. All information presented here is based strictly on official documents, court records, oversight reports, and verified information that has been made public. The purpose is to explain in a clear and accessible way why this case remained on the public agenda for so many years and why it continues to be discussed today. Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in a middle-class family. According to official records, he did not complete a university degree. However, at a young age, he worked as a teacher at prestigious private schools. This unusual career path later became one of the earliest sources of questions surrounding his professional background. In the late 1970s, Epstein entered the world of finance. He became known in Wall Street circles as a consultant who reportedly worked closely with individuals of significant wealth. However, his business model was never fully transparent to the public. Who his clients were, how he generated income, and the true source of his wealth remained unclear for many years. Over time, Epstein's name began to attract broader attention, not only within financial circles, but also due to his presence in social environments alongside well-known figures from politics, academia, and the business world. His luxury mansion in New York, private jet, and properties in the Caribbean became frequently mentioned locations associated with this social network. Despite this lifestyle, much of his public profile remained relatively low for a long period. The year 2005 marked the first major turning point in the case. A family living in Palm Beach, Florida, contacted local police with serious allegations involving their underage child. As the investigation progressed, authorities identified additional individuals who provided similar statements. These developments suggested that the situation might extend beyond a single complaint. The investigation conducted by the Palm Beach Police Department eventually led to federal authorities becoming involved. According to official records, statements from multiple victims were included in the case file. However, in 2008, the legal process concluded with a plea agreement that became highly controversial in the public eye. Under this agreement, Epstein avoided certain federal charges. At the state level, he accepted more limited charges. The sentence he received and the conditions under which it was carried out were widely criticized by legal experts, victim advocates, and the media. In particular, the work release arrangement applied during his incarceration sparked intense debate about equality within the justice system. After 2008, the case entered a prolonged period of legal silence. For nearly a decade, Epstein's name occasionally resurfaced in the media, but no active criminal proceedings were underway. This led to a widespread perception that the case had effectively been closed. That perception changed in 2019. Journalistic investigations and renewed scrutiny brought the case back into the center of public attention. Epstein was arrested once again, this time on new federal charges. Authorities stated that these charges were legally independent from the 2008 agreement and covered a different time period. His request for bail was denied, and he was transferred to a federal detention facility in New York to await trial. On the morning of August 10, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was found unresponsive in his cell. The New York City office of the chief medical examiner later determined the cause of death to be suicide by hanging. This conclusion was officially recorded. Subsequent oversight reports released by the U.S. Department of Justice revealed serious administrative and procedural failures within the detention facility. According to these reports, there were lapses in monitoring, routine checks were not properly conducted, and certain surveillance camera recordings were unusable due to technical issues. These findings contributed to prolonged public debate surrounding the circumstances of Epstein's death. With Epstein's death, the primary criminal case against him legally came to an end. However, the broader file was not considered fully closed. Separate legal proceedings involving individuals connected to the case concluded in the following years. In addition, newly released documents made it possible to examine financial transactions and past contacts in greater detail. Today, the Jeffrey Epstein case is discussed not only in terms of individual criminal allegations, but also as a broader example of oversight failures, institutional accountability, and the limits of the justice system. While some questions have been clearly answered through official records, others remain under review within the boundaries of available documentation. At this point, three fundamental realities stand out. First, many aspects of the case have been clarified through official records and legal findings. Second, certain critical processes revealed administrative failures that generated widespread public criticism. Third, despite all available information, some questions still do not have definitive answers. This video was created not to pass judgment, but to present a balanced and comprehensive overview based on publicly available information. Because sometimes the truth is found not only in what is written in documents, but also in the gaps between them, and in the questions that continue to be asked.